This movie is the last Godzilla produced by Hollywood. Godzilla Vs Kong was announced in 2014 after the lucky success of Godzilla 2014. Godzilla 2014 was an average movie that really hid the beloved kaiju behind the curtains and showing an average of a screen time of 10 minutes throughout the whole 2-hour film. As a kid, it was the first time walking out of the theater feeling so disappointed not seeing enough Godzilla action compared to the old suitmation films that have long yet creative shots of kaiju action. Oh my god, I sound like a nerd, man. Growing up, I could understand where Gareth Edwards, the director, took that direction, and in a way I could kind of appreciate it, but nonetheless, even to this day, I still want more action. Unfortunately, Gareth Edwards stepped down from directing the sequel of Godzilla to make a Star Wars Rogue One film, and because of this, Michael Dougherty took over the director's chair for Godzilla sequel, and it took about 3 years to rewrite the script, and we all know how that ended. Why are we cutting this part? Why? Why?
Is it just me, or has he been working out?
Shut the fuck up! After years of hyping up that movie and convincing my girlfriend that this would be a great movie and inviting my brother, during the opening night, we all almost fell asleep, and once again, I left the theater yet disappointed again. I think this has to be the fact that the trailer showed off all the monster scenes, and once I saw the movie, I was like, well, I already saw this. Not to mention the boring humans, and I get the whole old movies had horrible characters. Well, sweetie, I totally understand that, but we're in an age where film expectations are so high and character development is definitely possible to make the audience care and at the same time fit a giant kaiju destroying a city. It's definitely possible. Between those two films, Kong Skull Island came out and I was actually in love with that film because of how entertaining and how likable the characters were, and the main star was definitely Kong. It showed off his homeland and his emotions, which is pretty much why King Kong is a well-known beloved icon. Peter Jackson's King Kong in 2005 is still my favorite movie, and I still remember how heartbroken I was as a kid seeing him die. And like again, I very much enjoy the characters and the world surrounding Kong Skull Island. On top of that, Japan released their very own Godzilla movie for the first time since 2004 called Shin Godzilla, and I was also in love with that film. It was a slight reboot of the famous kaiju, and it showed off how the government would react when Godzilla attacked, and it was a huge roller coaster ride. Not to mention how hideous Godzilla looked. This makes perfect sense. Like, this is what a lizard exposed to radiation would probably look like. He looks ugly as fuck, and I love it. When you listen to the soundtrack of Shin Godzilla, it made you understand that Godzilla needed help with his uncontrollable power and his sense of loneliness. Granted, it didn't have the best characters, but it had a message behind it. The fear of nuclear waste and the apocalyptic backlash from the climate-changing decisions from humans and polluting. The film was also about Japan's massive earthquake in 2011, and because of the earthquake, a tsunami and a nuclear meltdown occurred. That's why 1954 Godzilla is so meaningful to me, the message behind it. The nuclear bomb of Hiroshima. And with these legendary movies, I just feel like there's no message behind it, which I guess is fine, but oh well. It was announced in 2017 that Adam Wingard would direct Godzilla vs Kong, and boy, did I lose hope when I realized he directed Death Note. I never watched the anime, but I remember watching this movie and realizing how terrible this film was. Years passed by with no news from the movie, and the unfortunate release date getting pushed back to 2021 due to COVID-19. But because of that, I think that was a perfect time to revise the movie a bit more. And on January 21st, a huge announcement was made. A trailer was released and everyone went wild. Except for me. Knowing from the marketing mistakes from the previous films, I did not watch a single trailer. It was so hard that I'm writing a script a week before I even watched the movie. I've been following Adam Wingard on Instagram for a while, and recently I understand how much he cared for the film. He stated how stressed out he was making the film with the whole pandemic and literally this toxic fan base spamming him every single day. It started to make me respect him more as a person, unlike this director who promised a ton of monster action but broke that. Clearly with the reaction of the audience, the memes all over social media, the ratings of this movie, it was safe to say that I was comfortable with spending $300 to rent out a movie theater to watch this goddamn movie with my friends. My hope began to rise up again, and it rose even more the fact that I didn't see any trailers for months. Only being able to look at posters, rewatching the old movies, staring at my figures, and looking at this magazine I bought from work. And I totally forgot in freshman year of high school I wrote a letter to my future self and wrote this down. How's the future? Did you get a 4.0 GPA yet? No, haha, I knew it. Man, fuck you. Did we hit 1 million subs on YouTube yet? And how is a Godzilla vs King Kong movie? Well, Jasper from the past, here's what I'm gonna say to you, buddy. The first time me leaving the theater watching a Godzilla movie with the biggest fucking smile on my face, dude. That shit was fire, bruh. I'll have theater reactions at the end of this video, so this segment will be a spoiler-free review. Godzilla vs Kong was such a blast. Every single shot throughout the film was stunning and placed so well. I was able to see everything, whether that be normal scenes or fight scenes with the monsters. Not to mention the color grading in this film. The orange and the blue color looked so beautiful, and the Hong Kong fight felt so magical to watch. The moment I stepped out the theater, there was a sunset, and I immediately thought of the two icons fighting each other in the distance. With the story, I was for once a bit interested. Keyword, a bit. I really liked the idea of the Hollow Earth, and it brought more into the Monsterverse. The journey to the Hollow Earth reminded me of the movie Journey to the Center of the Earth, which was my favorite movie as a kid. Granted, there were many plot holes, but learning from the previous movies and reading the reviews, I really just had to embrace the silliness and kind of just turn off my brain to enjoy the movie, and I did. Now, I will say that the humans were a drag in this movie, for sure. But what really carried this film was Godzilla and Kong. My god, I am so glad I watched this movie on the biggest screen because I really felt like I was in the middle of the fight. There were some crazy jaw-dropping moments, and when they fought, there were times I screamed my ass off because of how brutal the fights were. Adam Wingard really nailed the sense of these literal animals going at it, fighting to the death. All I've been asking for in these Godzilla movies were long monster fighting sequences and the chaotic destruction that comes with it, and this movie delivers in that. Adam, thank you! In this film, Godzilla is known as the villain, and man, I loved it. Obviously, the two other movies, he's known as a hero, but in this movie, he's a villain. Just like in the old movies, there's movies where he's a hero and there's movies he's a villain. And the best part, Godzilla got so much screen time in this movie compared to the other two movies, and every single scene was spectacular. He was really pissed off and angry, and it was really, really terrifying. I also love the respect of bringing his theme song. Oh my, yes! With King Kong, you see him beat the living shit out of Godzilla, and that got me scared every single time. Their fights had my heart genuinely pounding, considering the fact that I had placed a bet on the fight too. The characters I actually really liked, a few of them. We had a little girl who was deaf but communicated with Kong with sign language, and I thought that was a brilliant way to have the audience connect with Kong. We had this guy named Bernie who was a conspiracy theorist, and this guy was actually kind of likable. I actually enjoyed his character. Yes, he was a comic relief, but I still enjoyed his time a lot. Everyone else though, Nathan was the guy who knew about the Hollow Earth, which made him important to the plot, but as a character, I did not like him. Millie Bobby Brown was back, and I didn't like her at all. Yeah, I guess she's important because her mom used to work at Monarch, but Josh Valentine was in this movie, and we had a corporate villain. I didn't really like him either. Kyle Chandler is back in the movie, but he had like 3 useless scenes. Apparently, Dr. Serizawa had a son, and in this movie, he was like 100% brushed to the side. I didn't realize until I heard the last name. I just felt like there's too many characters in this movie to handle, but did I care? No, because the monster fights carried the film all the way. Okay, so now I'm gonna get to the spoilers. If you haven't seen this movie, please click away. Starting 3, 2, 1. Holy shit. My fucking boy won! When I say the fights were insane, I meant it. I was on the motherfucking edge. 40 minutes into the movie, the two icons fight each other, and my god, seeing Godzilla get punched felt so weird. For years, we had this photo, and seeing it in motion, seeing Godzilla fight in the water was so unbelievable. I felt so bad for Kong. You see him disappearing in the darkness, and as this explosion pops off, as Kong is swimming for the air, you see Godzilla swimming at like 100 miles per hour, and it was scary. That's Godzilla's natural habitat. My favorite part has to be the headbutt. That was so clean. Seeing Kong beat the shit out of the warbats and drinking the blood was so badass. And you're probably wondering, oh, why is Godzilla tearing shit up in the cities? Why is he evil in this movie? Well, there's this evil corporation known as Apex creating Mechagodzilla using the DNA from King Ghidorah. And man, when I tell you Mechagodzilla's entrance was badass, it's badass. The whole time Godzilla was pissed off because he wanted to destroy Mechagodzilla and the signals it was sending out to challenge Godzilla. At first, Mechagodzilla is being controlled by a human, and just like the classic movies, Mechagodzilla takes control, and I was so happy to see that. It was so unfortunate when Kong figures were being leaked last year. He was holding an axe that showed one of Godzilla's fins, and I was so upset because I wanted to be surprised seeing Kong rip out Godzilla's dorsal plate, but seeing it as just an axe was just kind of a letdown. Nonetheless, I mean, I thought the axe was pretty cool. Seeing Godzilla using his atomic breath against Kong and seeing Kong trying to maneuver around the buildings of Hong Kong felt like a dream come to life. It was amazing. It was so beautiful. Watching Kong using his tactics to fight against Godzilla made me forget how smart Kong was at adapting to certain terrains to use objects around him to win a fight. And as a kid, I remember thinking, what would Godzilla look like if he was on his fours? And I even had some drawings of him, and seeing Godzilla crawl made me feel like a kid again. Bro, what? Ultimately, I knew Kong lost when Godzilla dislocated Kong's shoulder. God damn, dog. And obviously Kong had to accept the defeat. When Mechagodzilla was introduced, I got the whole Pacific Rim vibes and I was just so in for it. I mean, who wouldn't want Pacific Rim x Godzilla crossover? Who wouldn't? Mechagodzilla was just throwing gods all over the buildings, and it was just even better seeing the fight in broad daylight. This shot right here has to be my favorite. Also, the way Mechagodzilla is going to do the good old-fashioned kiss of death back to Godzilla, considering the fact that Godzilla has killed 2 monsters using his atomic breath, was so sick. As Godzilla's getting beat up, the humans help revive Kong, and the little kid tells Kong that Godzilla was never the villain, it was Mechagodzilla. This then obviously made Kong and Godzilla work together, and honestly, that was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Now, the worst part about the fight has to be like the laziest writing I've ever seen. The way Godzilla and Kong defeat Mechagodzilla is by having this kid pour liquid into the computer that controls Mechagodzilla, but that makes literally no sense since the computer isn't connected to Mechagodzilla at all. Anyways, I always thought the movie would end off as killing off one or another, but I was kind of okay with just letting Kong and Godzilla live. A lot of people argue that Kong won, but he definitely got his ass handed and had help from the humans a few times. But that didn't stop me from enjoying every single shot with Kong. You see his emotion, you feel bad for him whenever he gets into certain situations. Godzilla won and is the king of the earth, and Kong rules over the hollow earth. And it makes sense. I'm actually okay with that. And just like that, 7 years of waiting, I was beyond satisfied with the results. This movie has flaws, and I mean a lot, but I think it is definitely safe to say that this is a perfect Godzilla movie. Could be better, but hey, you guys claim that King of the Monsters was a perfect Godzilla movie, and I highly disagree with that. But the fact that the characters were more interesting than King of the Monsters and the monster fights carried the whole movie already brings me back to the classic Godzilla movies that I know and care about. Nobody cares about the humans, and in this one, the movie knows that the audience wants Godzilla and Kong. The fight scenes weren't cut off too much. The runtime below 2 hours is perfect. The last movie that made me so hyped up in theaters was Avengers Endgame, and this movie made me appreciate watching movies in theaters so much more. The scale of the monsters made watching this film feel so immersive. I've seen the movie twice, and I'm about to watch it again 40x soon, and I already know I'm gonna feel like a little kid again watching this movie. This movie reminded me of how creative these Godzilla films were and brought back the joy I once had in the old movies as a kid. This movie made me feel like a kid again. Adam Wingard, thank you. Thank you for making this film such a roller coaster ride. Thank you for having Kong shove that axe down Godzilla's throat. Oh my god, yes. Yes, there wasn't anything deep about this movie, but if there's one thing that made me enjoy the movie was how fun it was watching it, just like the old movies. Before I end this video, I would like to say thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit a like and hit that subscribe button. We just hit 3,000 subs and I couldn't be more happier. Let's try to aim for 10K this year, alright? I'll try to be more active. I would like you guys to comment down below in the comment section your thoughts, and honestly, this movie deserves a good 7.5 out of 10 from me. I really enjoyed this movie and I cannot wait for everyone to watch this on the big screen someday. I know this is like the last MonsterVerse movie. Hopefully in the future, I could probably direct a Godzilla movie. We'll see. I don't know. I'm just like... Anyways, enjoy this theater reactions with me and my friends at the theater we rented out.
Oh my god, he looks so cool! Oh! You know, silent! Apes! Together! Strong! First fight! This is the first fight? Ah! Oh yeah! This bitch is mad! Shit, dude! Yo! Yo! What the fuck? Oh! Monkey fast flip. Travel.
What is that?
Damn, he's zooming. Monkey hyperdrive. Monkey hyperdrive. Oh my god. Monkey drums. Oh! Eat it. Oh! I didn't think he'd actually do that. One of those poisonous, huh? Ugly as fuck. Yeah! Yeah! Oh, you missed! You missed! Yeah, that was so cool! Ow! Oh, no, no! I mean, yeah! Oh! And he goes... Oh! Oh! No! Stop! Oh shit! Godzilla, no! Come back! No! Let's go! He did it! Out of main guard, he's fucking mad run! Whoa! Ow! Oh, shit! He's not immune to it. Ew! Yeah! Whoa! How are they not? I fucking love this movie. So fast! Whoa! Ow! Oh! Yeah, sure. Whoa! Ah, dumbass! Ow! Whoa, shit, what the fuck? Holy shit! Yes! Oh, shit! Step on him! Ow! Ow! Ah! Damn! See, Godzilla, stop. Ow! Oh shit! Ah! Get off! Martha. Aww. That fucking robot! Yeah! Team Robot! No! Woo! Holy shit! Get his ass, Godzilla, bitch! Yeah! Do your shit, dog! Yo, he running! What the fuck, he runs?
He's running. He's sprinting.
Ah! He's pissed off. Yo,
Oh, I love that shot. That shot looks cool.
it's from the trailer.
Still there.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh my god.
Dude,
This is
Ghidorah-
beautiful. I love
Ghidorah's
it.
like round 2, bro.
Oh, shit. No!
Get up! Come on! That guy's tall!
Keep going! Keep going!
Oh!
No! Oh shit!
Get up, bro! Come on!
Oh no, his eye!
Yo, yeah! Let's go!
I don't care! Fucking go back to the fight!
Oh no, stop!
Oh, he's bleeding! No! Fuck, I love Mechagodzilla, dude! Holy shit!
No!
No!
Stop! Yeah!
Yeah!
Let's go!
Oh shit! Ah!
Hey, come on, man!
Hurry up! That's a cute mama! Hurry up!